Hello everybody, what is going on? It's Brian with you from the GameCom, and we're giving a quick channel update. We have The Witness playing in the background while I kind of tell you guys all about my week. It's been a rather interesting week. It all started actually Sunday afternoon. I was playing some PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I was having a great time. Things were going well, and then Windows said, hey, you should update to the new Windows Creator Update. And I'm like, alright, sure, whatever. So I decided to go ahead and update, and this is actually where I came from, right? Oh yeah, okay, so that's actually where you start in The Witness, but whatever. We're not too far in the game. I'm pretty terrible at puzzle games. This was free last month with the Humble Monthly, so I've been playing it a little bit in my free time, but I really didn't get that far. But anyways, so it was like, hey, go ahead and update to the Windows Creator Update. So I was like, sure, I'll go ahead and update. So I updated it, and then Monday morning I went to do some work on my computer and realized that I had no internet. Now, you should know one thing. I'm connected to the internet via Wi-Fi because right now my computer's in my office and our router is in the front room near the outside, you know. So I never really wanted to run an Ethernet cable across my house just because, you know, I didn't want to trip over it and I didn't want it to be ugly and messy and all that kind of stuff. So I've been running it off Wi-Fi since day one. Now, I'm on Windows 10. I've been on Windows 10 since I built my computer, but the adapter, the wireless adapter I had for my computer was one that doesn't natively work with Windows 10. So I've always kind of had it working, but it's never been something that's been like reliable, I guess. Like, there's no drivers for it, and some days like it doesn't work and I have to restart my computer a couple times before it actually starts working, and it gets a little freaky sometimes on me, but for the most part, you know, it's worked. So I guess I can't advance there because the gate's closed. So anyways, for whatever reason, after I installed the Windows Creator Update, it completely ruined it. Like, it no longer works. I get the Bluetooth working in it, but I cannot get the Wi-Fi to work at all. So after spending probably 2 hours on it Monday and getting really frustrated, I'm like, screw it. Yeah, for a while, I've been debating about buying a new wireless adapter, so I'm like, you know what? One that's going to be more reliable with Windows 10, so I'm like, screw it, let's do it. So Monday, I bought one off Amazon, one that worked with Windows 10, or at least most everyone said, hey, this works with Windows 10. I'm like, okay, sweet, let's go ahead and do it. So I picked it up, overnight shipped it, so it arrived Tuesday, and so then Tuesday I had some friends coming over because we were going to watch John Wick 2, so as soon as I got home from work, installed the adapter, got it plugged in, did the drivers, did everything right, went to start it up, and it won't show any wireless networks. And I'm like, what? So, I mean, I even tried hotspotting my phone just to make sure it wasn't like a distance thing, but for whatever reason, I could once again not get it to show up any wireless networks. It's a little bit different of an issue than my old wireless adapter, because the old wireless adapter just didn't even show up like I even had Wi-Fi on my computer. So this one just shows up, but it doesn't show up like anything's working. I'm like, what in the actual freaking heck? So I spent probably about 2 hours doing that. And just could not get it working. So eventually what I ended up doing, this game is really pretty, by the way. We ended up moving it into the living room. I ended up plugging my computer into my 4K TV, which was fun, but also really kind of hard to use the mouse. And got on Ethernet, mostly because we started playing some PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, me and my friend, because he actually bought it as well. So we were playing that together, and one thing that really struck me was how well the freaking game ran on Ethernet. One thing you need to know, and I've never recorded PlayerUnknown's Battleground for a couple reasons, but one of the main reasons is my game is freaking laggy sometimes. Like, it can be really, really bad, where I just, like, there's a guy there, I'm shooting at him, I lag out, I'm dead, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so annoying. So I'm sitting there playing on Ethernet, I have zero issues lagging whatsoever, and I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So between not being able to get the second adapter working and having so much fun actually being able to play on Ethernet and my internet working so much better, I'm like, you know what, screw it. So Wednesday I decided, you know what, we're gonna go freaking buy an Ethernet cable. So I bought one of those really small Ethernet cables, one of the really, really thin ones. This one's also really highly rated on Amazon as well. And then I picked up a bunch of like sticky pins, so I'm gonna like run it against the floorboards and make it look really, really pretty. I didn't want to get like the nail ones because I figured, you know, since we're renting this condo, they'd be pretty unhappy if I put like 100 pins in the wall. So hopefully this one works, and, you know, hopefully I'll have Ethernet here later today because it's supposed to arrive today. Shouldn't affect any of my recording today because I don't actually need the Ethernet to record, although I can't play certain games right now, but at least Stellaris, you don't need internet, so, you know, we're okay with that. So that was my fun freaking week. The other thing that ended up happening is Wednesday I bought my Vive. So if you follow me on Twitter, you've probably heard all this stuff, but I've been saving for a while. I've been wanting to do it for quite a while. Finally, I took the plunge on freaking Wednesday. I was debating about waiting until June sometime, just because I'm still freaking really busy right now. So I'm not entirely sure how much time I'm going to have. Like, my wife, her brother's coming into town next weekend, so I'm not going to have a whole lot of time because we're going to be hanging out with him. But I was eventually like, you know what, screw it. I had Monday off, well, Monday's off because Memorial Day, so I was hoping to get it in time so I could play it on Monday. Unfortunately, it's not supposed to arrive till Tuesday. But it is delivering FedEx, and they're really good at being able to like hold things wherever. So I think I'm gonna try actually getting it to get held at this facility that's like an hour from my place, and I'm hoping I can run up and pick it up tomorrow. But I mean, that's all dependent on whether or not they actually ship it and it gets there and all that kind of other fun stuff. But we'll see. Hopefully I can play some Vive on Monday. I'm not going to be turning into a Vive channel. I still very much like 2D gaming, you know, and I very much love strategy games, which you really can't do too much in the Vive. I'm also not entirely sure. I've never actually played the Vive. I've never had an opportunity to actually play it. So hopefully I'm not going to get motion sick too bad. I mean, I know a lot of people talk about getting Vive legs and stuff like that, so we'll have to see how I do, how easy it is for me to, you know, pick up, and I don't know. I guess my point is I'm planning on playing a lot of freaking Vive. I don't know how much of it we're going to record. I do want to record some of it for the channel, but we'll see. We'll see when that comes. And so, yeah, that's been my pretty freaking eventful week. I'm still pretty much working nonstop right now. Like I said, I've been picking up, like, one of the reasons I'm able to afford the Vive is because I've been doing a lot of work in my free time. So it just means I hadn't been able to record quite as much recently. Don't know when that's going to change, if that's going to change. I'm pretty much going to be busy all through June. I do want to go ahead and start getting back to two video games a day, but 2 different games a day. Still a little bit of time away from that. Basically, there's just no good second game out there for me right now. Oh yeah, that was the other news I got. I also got a contact last Sunday from a developer. They're like, hey, would you feature my video on your channel? I'll give you the Steam key. You can give a review or do whatever. You know, it could be positive, it could be negative, and even if you don't review it, you know, would you like a key for the game? And I'm like, hell freaking yeah! So we got our first key. I'm like big time now or something like that, I guess. It's kind of cool. So I will be featuring that. I'm probably going to end up doing a Let's Look At on Monday. I hadn't decided what we're going to call those. I don't know if I want to call them Let's Look At, because that's what everyone does, or I mean, that's at least what a lot of people do. I don't know. We're going to have to play around with that and figure out what kind of name we want. So anyways, this has been a really exciting week for me, other than the lack of wireless, but we're finally fixing it with Ethernet, which should make my life a lot easier. The other thing is my friend does, and actually you know him, James, he was in the Overcooked stuff, but he actually wants to record some PlayerUnknown Battleground with us. With me, so I think we may end up doing it. We may wait till another patch or, you know, another big release comes out with it, because I know there's so much PlayerUnknown Battleground online right now. I don't know if playing it right now is really going to garner any additional subscribers or anything like that, but I don't know. I'm pretty open to pretty much doing anything right now. It's really all about finding time to do this stuff. Like, if I had no job, I'd be doing so much recording. This looks really freaking fun. Like, this puzzle in particular looks like it'll be really, 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 really fun. So, a couple games that I'm definitely looking at in VR is I purchased Elite Dangerous on the Humble Store because it's on sale right now. Actually, the sale might have run up. But anyways, it was significantly cheaper, so I picked that up this month knowing that I was going to get a VR. So that's one thing I'm definitely going to be playing in VR. Probably not going to feature that on the channel. Simply because, oh my gosh, that game is so frustrating. I love it, but I've never played a game that was so frustrating and actually learning, and it's just so slow trying to figure it out, and it's just like, what the heck is actually happening? So I don't know about that. A couple other games that I'm really looking at. Obviously, you know, the standard ones like Job Simulator looks interesting, although I've pretty much watched that entire game, but I am intrigued to actually play it. The Lab, clearly, I want to, you know, hop in on. And then there's a couple VR games that came out this week. Everspace came out this week, at least on Vive. I think that was an Oculus one, but came out this week on Vive. And then Superhot also came out in Vive. That was previously on Oculus. Some people are hit or miss on it, so I don't know if I'm going to pick them up right away. But a lot of people are like, this game's freaking awesome. There's also a lot of like lesser known ones. Like there was one I was looking at on Steam that had like 19 reviews, but every review was like, this is like one of the best experiences. So probably going to pick that up. Probably games like that I may actually feature. I don't know. We'll have to see. But if there's anything in particular you guys want to see on Vive, let me know. Not making any promises right now, especially since, like I said, I'm just so freaking busy. But I will definitely try getting to it at some point. Gosh, this game is pretty. But anyways, that's about all I have. I suppose I will keep talking until we get to the top of the mountain. Can we get to the top of the mountain? Maybe we would not. Alright, I guess we can't get to the top of the mountain. I was going to say, let's get to the top of the mountain and call it an episode, but it doesn't look like I can get up there. So I guess we're just going to call it an episode. So, and by episode, I mean update. So hope you guys are having a great week as well. Drop a comment. Let me know how your guys' week's going. I would love to hear. And yeah, I guess just continue showing your support, man, guys. The comments make this worth it, definitely. So love you guys, and I will see you guys in a future episode. Bye.